So we need to buy eggs, butter, milk and flour to make the cake.
All over the country, children are suffering.
Parents crying that they're failing as parents because they can't provide enough for their children.
The impact of child poverty being felt in hundreds of thousands of homes.
People in our area are struggling with food. They're obviously struggling to clothe their babies as well.
Families trying desperately just to get by.
You don't seem to have enough money, some months, to cover the basics.
The consequences potentially lasting a lifetime.
They don't get today back. And their tomorrow is our tomorrow.
As we await a new and already delayed government strategy, what is the answer to Britain's child poverty crisis? This is Newport in Middlesbrough, and there is a shocking statistic about this place. Of every 7 children who live here, 6 are classified as living in poverty. 6 out of 7. The national average is 1 in 4. So we've come here to find out why things are so bad here and what's being done, what should be done to fix it. A child living in poverty is defined as one where their household income is below 60% of the national average. Across the whole of Middlesbrough, more than half of all children are growing up in poverty. Across the country, 70% of children living in poverty are from working households. We're on our way to meet a family who, like so many in Middlesbrough, so many around the country, understand that intense day-to-day pressure of just surviving financially. And for Gemma and Lee, that task of making ends meet has just taken an unexpected turn. Hi Lee. Hi. How are you?
This is Ivy, and she's almost 3 months old now.
3 months on Sunday.
It wasn't planned, so when she came, it's a big
Everything
expense.
had to be bought all over again, didn't it? Because of such a huge age gap. So you don't realise that having to start from scratch buying a baby, everything that they need, it is pricey.
You don't seem to have enough money some months to cover the basics that you need. It'd be nice to have a constant full fridge of everything that my kids want, full cupboards, all the snacks, and just be able to say we're going out for a day now. We'll go out and have a fun day out, food, but the cost of it.
Not having to tell the kids to take it easy. That's not nice when the kids are just wanting to help themselves to get what they want. And then we've got to say try and calm down on what you're eating because we haven't got the money to go and get shopping in until we get paid. That's quite hard.
It's meant taking some drastic steps.
Obviously we had to buy her all of her stuff. So we had to pay half of the rent 1 month, didn't we, just to make sure that we had the money to cover it.
How stressful is that when you're
It's
having to make
stressful
those?
Because if you get into arrears with your rent, they're on your case, threatening you with court, losing your house. So there is the worry of that, because obviously you want to keep the roof over your head, don't you?
Lee's working. They also receive universal credit, but they've gone from 2 children to 3. The government's 2-child benefit cap then has an effect.
Maybe if families do have more than 2 children, give them that little bit of extra help, because it would make a difference. So that's what I would say.
On the estate where they live, you can't miss that immigration is an issue. You can't talk about financial pressures without it coming up.
I think a lot of people's backs are up because they get the food vouchers, they get the free mobile phones, free uniforms, driving lessons,
houses.
The houses, and it's kind of sort of like a kick in the
teeth to
kick in the teeth to think, well, why do we not get none of that? Why are they getting it all?
Middlesbrough bears the scars of a story of industrial decline. The town centre, a monument to mass job losses and a shrinking economy. Unemployment, poor health and poverty go hand in hand. The statistics on child poverty are one thing, but behind each of those numbers is a real child living a real life and everyday existence. And those who see those children every day know what child poverty really means.
So we need to buy eggs, butter, milk and flour to make the cake. Who can help me with the first one?
A child who hasn't been able to sleep properly can't concentrate, they're tired. We know that the brain doesn't work in the same way. A child who is hungry or who is not able to concentrate once again on that can't access the whole of life.
They see all of that at Dormanstown Primary Academy.
Poverty is a broad church of a word, and it can be in-work poverty, it can be all sorts of different things. We've heard digital poverty. When you face hardship, it affects not just your physiology, but your emotional sense. It affects your brain development. It affects your sense of worth. They don't get today back. And their tomorrow is our tomorrow. It's in our hands, it's not somebody else. It's what action we all take today, right now, to be able to look at that.
The farm shop the school runs for families is one part of an approach, working with charities and businesses to try and increase opportunities for the children here now and in the future.
If you had a superpower, what would it be? Teleport.
The school's Year 6 pupils know how important that shop is to this community and the sort of worries children like them are facing.
I think that's very important because it ensures all of the people in our community have options if they're struggling, and and sometimes it can be life-changing for families in poverty or who have a disadvantage in life because they don't have enough money and they're really struggling to get bare necessities.
Because some people who don't have a lot of money, they can come and get easy meals like carrots and stuff to eat instead of going all the way to big shops to get stuff like in big bags for more money.
What are the things that you worry about for you and your family?
I worry about if we have nowhere to live and if we haven't got enough money to pay our homes. But at least we have our family.
Like all of us, they see the impacts of poverty, like homelessness, all around.
I think it would probably happen more often than most people think because near the town there's people on the streets and they have nowhere to go.
We're not saying we can change the world, but we are saying we might be able to change some opportunity for as many children as we possibly can.
Researchers say there's a direct link between areas with the highest rates of child poverty and those with the highest proportion of children affected by the 2-child cap. The school's trust has written to the chancellor asking for that cap to be lifted. Those who work on child poverty say they're engaged in a battle. Them on one side, on the other, child exploitation gangs, people engaged in money lending, drug dealing, trafficking. That's what's at stake for so many young people in this country. There is then an urgency and a complexity. So this is the Middlesbrough Community Grocery, one of those food banks that have popped up everywhere in every community, it seems, to help people in need. This one actually is in the car park of the St Barnabas Church. But if you're a parent, you'll know there are other things just as essential as food and which are really expensive to buy. Hi, Deb.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Hiya.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And you?
This is Barney's.
It is Barney's Baby Bank, yes.
Well, tell me a bit about it. How did it come about?
So it started in 2023 when the vicar asked me if I knew anything about prams. We obviously have the community grocery in the car park, and so if people in our area are struggling with food, they're obviously struggling to clothe their babies as well. So yeah, it came from that.
And the demand is there, obviously.
Yes, so we're not a year old yet, but we have 50 families registered, and in the 11 months that we've been open, they've had 196 appointments. It's really hard, isn't it? Because, you know, there's the 2 children benefit cap, and I know as a single parent of 2 myself, like, it's hard. Even if you're working, it's really hard to provide for your children. So this is our storeroom here, part of it. So this is all donations that's come in, and I have a team of volunteers that will go through that and sort it all out for me. we kind of keep overflows. So we've got shoes, extra wipes, and then I've got my drawers here that have got wipes and breast pads and wash, shampoo, all that, and then nappies further on the corner. Every time someone asks for nappies, they get a pack of nappies and they get a pack of wipes. But the cost of nappies, if you kind of go for a named brand, you're looking at £6 upwards for a pack that's maybe this size, and that's like 32 nappies. So that maybe only lasts you 3 or 4 days. You can go through them quite quickly.
The figures show that this area has a particular problem, particularly for kids. I mean, is that a surprise to you? Is it something that you see? I mean, what do you think is behind it, I guess, ultimately?
Well, it's kind of low wages, high unemployment, job insecurity, that 2 children benefit cap. People want to help each other, but when you can't afford to do it yourself, or you're just kind of managing to survive yourself, how then do you help somebody else? So
Did you say people feel forgotten? Is that what you said, that it feels ignored?
Middlesbrough, yeah, I think Middlesbrough does feel ignored.
Yasmin is one of the regulars here.
I put some extra bits, so your nappies, your wipes, I put some wash and stuff in there for you.
They have been helping in many ways, like with baby essentials for all my babies, whatever is required, they have always been there.
The family moved from Saudi Arabia. Yasmin's husband is in full-time work and they don't receive any government benefits. Making ends meet is a struggle.
I cannot spend more than particular amount I have budget. Like every month I have to do budgeting. Right now I have to keep budget of everything. I cannot go and like shopping spree. Instead of complaining and blaming, I feel it's better to work hard and make your lives better.
But listen to what one of the many food banks in Middlesbrough told us.
Parents crying that they're failing as parents because they can't provide enough for their children. And in today's society, it's disgraceful that anyone should have to cry because they don't have enough.
Is there a simple answer to this?
I think sometimes people who make decisions can come and swap lives with my clients for a week, live in their shoes and see what it's like. Come and do my job for a week and see the need and the desperation that people are in. There needs to be more done for people in Middlesbrough.
In a statement, the government said its Child Poverty Task Force will publish an ambitious strategy to tackle the structural and root causes of child poverty. We're investing £500 million in children's development through the rollout of the Best Start family hubs, it says, extending free school meals and ensuring the poorest don't go hungry in the holidays through a new £1 billion crisis support package.
Sing a song in unison, give your heart a voice.
Across this area, you do find a determination to fight child poverty.
We dream about the art of what's possible. What are we going to do?
But there is also a resignation.
Dread to think of the future for my kids. It's going to be 1,000,000 times worse if the country keeps going the way it is now for my children than it was for me.
Every girl and every boy.
For Britain's children, what does the future look like?